Yeah. There you go. Hey there, whiny. You are a whiner. Hey, A. Gomez. Hey, Atman. Hey, Amy. Hey, Tam. Hey, Dolly. How am I? Recovered. I am recovered. Hey, Mimi. Hey, Veil Future. Hey, Hot Sauce. Hey, Jesse. GB. Duties. Doodle. Duties? Doodles? Hey, Alien. On your lunch break? Nice. Hey, Mama Four Boys. Hey, Hannah. Hey, Jenna. Hey, Vance. Hey, Nessa. Hey, other guy. Sandy's. I've got a cat on my lap and a cat at my side. I've got both cats here looking for attention. Hey, Sandra. Okay, there goes the one I don't like. So now I can focus on the good one. Hey, Steph. Want to see him? He's on the floor. He's sort of awkward to show. Hey, Leo Queen. 11 cats until we have 12 cats. Ooh, that's too many cats, Dolly. You never want to be that outnumbered by the cats. Hey, Marion. Hey, Barbara. Hey, second to last unicorn. Ashley. Kelly. Atman. Haven't really decided on either of those yet. I might go live for a couple hours now and then a couple hours tonight for gaming. Because it is Saturday. Saturdays I usually do gaming streams, so I might do that. A couple hours now, a couple hours in the evening for maybe get back to that hour life. No gaming, just chat. But I like doing gamings. Hey, so well, it's just because I was off for I skipped the past couple days salad. Hey, Melanie. Yeah, it's kind of like it's because I didn't stream the last couple days. Like I was just, you know, yeah, I'd been streaming every day for most of these for this entire month. And like most of this most of the past month and a half. I've been streaming almost every day. And then I missed the past 2 days. Barbara, yes, I did do some groceries. So, hey, Red. So here's what happened. Wednesday, I got no sleep at all. Could not sleep for the life of me. Just absolutely nothing. So, hey, Feeder. Death by Snoo Snoo. Oh, if only. If only. So yeah, could not sleep because my sleeping patterns have been fucked up for the past few weeks. Like I've let my sleeping patterns get deeply and totally fucked. So sleeping in way too like going to bed way too late and then sleeping in way too late and just spiraling, just getting on top, just getting worse and worse. So did not sleep at all Wednesday night. Thursday morning around 11 o'clock, 11 in the morning, Thursday, I went to a grocery store. Didn't have a lot of stuff. I just wanted to get a couple things. Spiraled ham? Melatonin? I tried it once and it did nothing for me. Second last unicorn. Apparently by about a third of my apparently Death by Snoo Stew is how a third of my audience wants me to go. So yeah, 11 o'clock or so, I walked down to the grocery store. I only had a couple things to pick up. It wasn't worth delivery fees. I had so few things to pick up that it wasn't worth delivery fees. Hey, Angel. So I just walked down to the grocery store. And while I was at it, I figured, you know what? I'll see if I can get my I'll see if I can get my COVID booster, because I need to get my COVID booster because I should have been getting it all along, and I definitely want it before I go down to see my mom. Cat food. I've still got cat food. I've still got cat food. They're fine. Don't worry about the cats. Anyway, so yeah, wanted to get my COVID booster before I go down to visit my mom. Hey, cheeseburgers. So I got my booster. Um, got back here like, I don't know, 12:30, quarter to 1. Fed the cats, came up, and what did I get at the store? Mostly some snacks, Barbara. Another bit of ground beef to last me the last couple days before payday, but mostly I got just junk food because I was out of junk food. Yeah, so I came back, and it was like quarter to 1, around quarter to 1. I went down for a nap and slept for 14 hours. Yeah, quarter to 4 in the morning when I actually woke up. From quarter to 1 in the afternoon to quarter to 4 in the morning. So that was Thursday, entirely missed. And I was still pretty fucked up the next day, obviously. Just sort of like dozing off and on for all of yesterday. So yeah, yesterday I was still just like, yesterday I was like, no, I'm not. I don't feel like going. I don't feel like going live today. So yeah, yesterday I was still just like, fuck it. Weekend. I'm taking a weekend. Anyway, people wanted to see Sam, so here's Sam. Oh, and yeah, as you can see, we got some snow. We got lots and lots of snow, as you can see. That over there, by the way, is the garbage shed. Well, Sam. So that's where I take my garbage, for the record. Just, I don't know why I bothered showing you that. I guess just because like the first time in like ever that I've been live when you could see outside. Hey Nisi, hey West Coast. Nothing happened. I got my COVID booster and it knocked me out for 2 days. West Coast, like that's what happened. Hey, doing the math. Like all that happened is I got my COVID booster and it knocked me out for 2 days, so I wasn't streaming. We actually got a tiny bit of snow early yesterday morning. It was pretty. Glad it's gone. Yeah, I don't like snow. Just for anyone who's got cats, just anyone who's got pets, I'm just summoning your pets for you. I'm summoning everyone's pets. Oh, that was more than I intended to put down. Well, you better eat them all, Casey. I know you will, because you're a little piggy. You're such a goddamn pig, Casey. Here you go, Sam. There you go, big boy. There's some treats for you, big boy. Hey, Ashley. Or hey, Limbo. Sorry. Hey, Limbo. Hey, Brutus. No, it's a joke, Brutus. Because I was off for the past couple days. I skipped the past couple days. So for the record, you suck. I know, Red. I know. That garbage head is not that. It's close. You see, it's close enough. It's only far. Hey, triggers. I do not believe in alien abductions. It's only far when I've got heavy shit. Get air whip the broken down box from your window. Oh, Nisi, did you mean to say that it's not that far? Did you? Sorry, Nisi. Did you mean to say that the shed is not close, or that it's not far? Because you said not far, or not close. Hey, hubris. Yeah, it's really not far. It's only far when I've got heavy shit. Hey, Rebecca. Nah, nah. The Kia. How is the Kia for? All right. Okay. It's shows the snow. All right. I'm actually gonna show the snow on the. See if I can get it. Yeah. See that car that you can't actually see right there? That that's us. Just a little bit of snow. Yep. Yeah. Leave it like that. Oh, I'm going to care. I mean, why bother cleaning it off? It's not getting used. Was that for someone looking outside? Well, no. I mean, like, I sit at the window. I've got the window right beside me, so I look out. I see outside constantly. Hello. Watching Prometheus. Hey, Peach Gobbler. Seemed surprised that it snowed. Well, no, it's December. Of course, it's snowing. I didn't expect the car. I didn't expect that much snow on top of the car. Like, I didn't expect the car to be. I didn't expect the car to be that that covered. Cat food? Yes, I still have cat food red. Of course, I still have cat food. I got like 4.5 cans, which will last me until probably like the 22nd. 22nd, 23rd. What's for dinner? Leftover spaghetti. I made myself some spaghetti last night, so I'll just have that again tonight. Bury my coffee beans and magnet with the Kia. Ooh, watching Star Trek. Your free Paramount month is about to expire. Nice. I like Star Trek, Seal. What Star Trek are you watching, Seal? Why didn't I stream Spaghetti Cook? Because I was tired, Rebecca. I was not in a mood to do streaming. The neighbors loving parking next to that. Will be a mountain of ice after 2 more snows. Actually, that's not too bad. That's not a bad point, Nisi. That's pretty fair. I probably should. Why aren't I cleaning? Because it's not. I haven't been. I'm not cleaning it off because it's not being used. But I've been watching a Star Trek knockoff called Star Heck. Voyage Home. Voyage Home is a good one. Voyage Home is one of the better Star Trek movies. I mean, like, the 4 good Star Trek movies are 2, 4, 6, and 8. Those are the good Star Trek movies. Wrath of Khan, Voyage Home, Undiscovered Country, and First Contact. Hey, Gilly Witchy. The 2nd, 4th, 6th, and 8th Star Trek movies are the good ones. The rest are primarily garbage. She can go home, clean off her home car. Like, the first one has that really. What's my favorite movie? Spirited Away is my favorite movie. Star Trek 1, the motion picture. Star Trek the motion picture has that gorgeous scene of like going around the Enterprise, like that when Kirk returns to the Enterprise and even number exactly, and only up until First Contact. What was the 10th one? Nemesis. Nemesis was the 10th one, right? That one's bad. Not a Chris Pine. Chris Pine. I mean, he was okay. I mean, they weren't good Star Trek movies. The J.J. Abrams Star Trek movies were not good Star Trek movies. Frankly, they were not particularly good movies. Ready Player One? Yeah. Ready Player One, aka Nostalgia, the book. I have no interest in Ready Player One. Yeah, the J.J. Abrams Star Trek movies, not particularly good movies. Absolutely fucking abysmal Star Trek movies. Hey, Comic Brook. Hey, Brooke. Live early in the day. Yeah, I'm up early. I'm up a lot earlier than usual. Hey, Mel B. I got a lot of sleep over the past couple days, so. Hey, Julie. Yeah, so Star Trek motion picture. Setting up PS5 I got myself for Christmas. Ooh, nice Comic Brook. Shell the Snow? No, I haven't. Yeah, Star Trek motion picture. Mostly not particularly good, but the scene where the shuttle approaches the Enterprise and it just sort of pans around it and all these tracking shots of it. That's a great scene. Hey, Sapphire. Hey, damn. Last time I ingested any vitamin C, I have no idea. And there were a couple of other pretty decent moments in Star Trek motion picture. Wrath of Khan is a great movie. Search for Spock, pretty weak overall. Have I been sick? COVID booster. Director's cut is the best intro footage of Enterprise. Yeah. Star Trek 3 Search for Spock, honestly, not really a whole lot to recommend it. It's just not a particularly strong movie in any sense. Voyage Home, great fun. So much fun. Like, it's just an absolute blast. Star Trek 5, I don't even remember the subtitle. I do like the focus on the friendship. Like, it does really good job showing the friendship between Kirk, Spock, and McCoy. Hey, Barney. So it's like, okay. Bye, Nisi. So that bit's like actually like genuinely good about it. And also Kirk refusing to give up his pain, arguing that his pain is a part of him and makes him complete. That was a strong scene. Walk in the snow? Oh, hell no, Rebecca. I will not walk in the snow if I can avoid it. Thoughts on Odo? Odo's good. Odo was always good. Love it, Odo. Also, Star Trek 5 does have one of the best lines. What does God need with a starship? Great line. It's just like, it's a good line. So Star Trek 5 has some good things about it, but it's not really a good movie. It's got good elements that just not a strong enough story. Undiscovered Country, great. Generations, not good. Not a good movie. Lots of weird tonal issues. Weak plot and weak villain. And use of Kirk wasn't particularly strong. It just wasn't a good movie. First Contact, phenomenal. Feed the cats. The cats are fed. I fed the cats at noon. I fed the cats at noon, just a couple hours ago. 2 or 3 hours ago. I'm blanking on which Insurrection, garbage. Terrible. Absolutely awful movie. Insurrection was just an absolutely abysmal movie. And then Nemesis was somehow even worse. Like, I don't even know how they managed to make Nemesis a worse movie than Insurrection. But they did. And then as for the Abrams movies, first one, shit. Second one, shit. Third one, actually not that bad. Also, the only one of the three not directed by Abrams. I'll be honest, I don't know if Abrams is good when it comes to his like stuff that he creates. Like I don't think I've ever watched any of J.J. Abrams' individual properties. His Star Trek movies were shit. Just absolutely fucking awful. Not Star Trek in the slightest. Had absolutely nothing in common with, like, it brought absolutely nothing of what the franchise is actually about. It was Star Trek in name only. Just an absolute fucking abysmal pair of movies. And like, even at the time, a lot of people were criticizing them as just Abrams auditioning to direct Star Wars movies. And by the way, you know how you can tell that Abrams never should have directed Star Trek movies? Because Abrams admitted that he never fucking understood Star Trek. His words that he didn't get it. His goddamn words. He said that he never got Star Trek. Then why the fuck are you fucking making it? Why the fuck are you directing something when you genuinely don't understand it? When you admit that you don't actually understand the thing you're fucking directing, why the goddamn hell are you directing it? Just fucking say no, Abrams. When you actually say, I don't get Star Trek, then don't direct Star Trek. Walk away from it. Just decline to do it. It is infuriating to me that J.J. Abrams, a dude who did not like Star Trek, decided to reboot the Star Trek franchise. Hey, Aunt Janet. Hey, Habibi. Who would do it if they walked away? Anybody. Somebody who fucking cares about the franchise. Somebody who fucking loves Star Trek. Sorry, Jenna. Tell your friend I said hi. So yeah, fuck J.J. Abrams for directing Star Trek when he admitted that he didn't actually like it. But anyway, even at the time that he directed the Star Trek movies, people were saying that all he was doing was auditioning to direct Star Wars. And then he got a chance to direct Star Wars, and what does he do? Nothing interesting. Absolutely fucking nothing the least bit interesting. Should the makers of Family Guy tried to... he apparently that what was it, whatever that show was called, people seem to like it. What's the difference between Star Trek and Star Wars? So Star Trek is a very cerebral... Star Trek is about discovery, exploration, in multiple senses of that word, both exploration of what's possible and exploration of the human condition. Like, Star Trek is really about learning. It is about discovery. Star Wars is basically George Lucas ripping off Akira Kurosawa in space. That's like Star Wars is fantasy. Like Star Wars is just a fantasy movie. That Trans Discovery? Sure. Yeah, absolutely. It's Star Trek, absolutely. There are a lot of trans people who love Star Trek. Star Trek has more moral conundrums. Yeah. Because Star Wars tends to be just it's fantasy. Like it's very simplistic. It's very rebels are the heroes, the empire are the villains. Star Trek does try to get into moral questions. Is it Star Wars with Kraken? Yes. And it's not that either one is superior to the other. They're both doing different things. Star Trek is about discovery. Star Wars is about escapism, I would say. Triggers, cheeseburgers. I hope so. I hope I will actually get off my bullshit and do that. Which one has Moby Dick? Star Trek. That's Star Trek. Specifically, Wrath of Khan and First Contact both have Moby Dick references. From hell's heart I stab at thee. Virgin Star Trek and Chad Star Wars. Do I miss Biddy? Of course I miss her. Star Wars was always the more socially acceptable, I feel like. Star Wars was the one that was like, massively popular film franchise. Star Trek, I feel like Star Wars is the one that traditionally it's been cooler, Proof of life for Casey? Not right now, apparently. She was here at the start of the stream, Rebecca. People saw her at the start of the stream. Yeah, I do feel like Star Wars is probably the one that's generally considered cooler than Star Trek. Because hey Frida, I'm okay. Because like I said, Star Trek does tend to be more talky. Star Trek is a very talky show. Star Wars is action. Star Trek is, they talk about the problems a lot. Daughter caught the Star Wars bug when she was 7. She's a massive fan. Yeah, I grew up on Star Wars. I grew up on both. Trekkies versus mainstream. Wish man babies would quit shitting up the toy and movie section with their Star Wars toys. That said, I will say that Star Trek is, also always been popular. Never met anyone who watches Star Trek. You probably have, Rebecca. You probably met tons of people who watch Star Trek. It's just it just never came up in conversations. Star Trek is a massively popular franchise. You know that, right, Rebecca? If they did watch Star Trek, I'd block them. Do I like Pokemon? No, I've never cared about Pokemon myself. Fair enough, Rebecca. Fair enough. Any sparkling water enjoyers? Star Trek sucks. Star Trek's great. Getting my roommate a Christmas gift? Of course not. She's not going to be here for Christmas, so why the hell should I get her a gift? Fuck her. Star Trek rocks. It does. Figured out your way to Cornwall yet? I'm almost certainly going to have to Uber. Like, it's almost certainly going to be an Uber. It's the only option. The other option, it's like $250 and like a 4-hour trip. How much will Uber ride be? Like $80, $100. GoFundMe. I don't need a GoFundMe for my Uber, Rebecca. Do you have to book that in advance? I will. I will. Once I get paid, I'll book it. I'm probably going to go like, probably going to be the 28th. It'll probably be the 28th that I go down. And then the 29th when I come back. Yeah, it's like, no. Again, that I'll do after I get paid. Maybe even like after Christmas. Well, I don't know. Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's like there used to be a daily bus between Cornwall and Ottawa. Twice a day. Like, went up in the morning, went back in the evening. Can your family come get me? No, no one in my family drives. Like back in the day, like there used to, like a few years ago. Yeah. I suppose like, yeah, a few years ago, it used to be that every day there'd be a bus from Cornwall to Ottawa in the morning, from Ottawa to Cornwall in the evening. Because there were a fair number of people who would live in Cornwall because of lower, cheaper rents, and then commute to Ottawa. Greyhound bus service was discontinued because the NDP voted to cut funding. Yeah, shitty. Oh, hey, Kenya. Oh, there's only a twice a day bus from LA to Topanga. But yeah, that used to be a thing, and it's like it's just not a thing anymore. And like it used to be something where there was a train. You used to be able to take the train from Ottawa to Cornwall and back. You used to be able to take, you'd have the bus, you'd have the train. So there were, you had options for getting back and forth between Cornwall and Ottawa. Now, if you want, there is no bus from Ottawa to Cornwall or Cornwall to Ottawa. Like there is no bus service between Ottawa and Cornwall. And the train service, you're going to either Kingston or Montreal. Either way, it's a 4-hour trip. Hey, Simone. Never the last of things to complain about. True. Flex guess? No, it's fine. Don't worry. I'll be fine. Don't worry about it. Rebecca, there used to be. There used to be, Rebecca. It used to be possible to take take the train from. Pretty sure. Pretty sure it used to be possible to take the train. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you used to be able to take the train from Ottawa to Cornwall. The directory check. Yeah, I think that there used to be like it was. I think there used to be. It wasn't a 4-hour trip. Just need to go through Kingston. Well, yeah, Rebecca. Like there used to be a shorter version of it. I don't remember the details because it's been a while since I did it. Last time I did it would have been like 2013. So yeah, last time I did that trip would have been like 2013. So it's been a while. But I remember I do remember back then. I'm pretty sure there was an occasion where I did take the train to get from Ottawa to Cornwall. And it wasn't 4 hours. It didn't go through Kingston or Montreal. It wasn't direct, but it wasn't as bizarrely indirect as it is now. How far is the distance? It's not very far. It's an hour by car. Like it's an hour's drive. No, I do not have a driver's license. Hey, Kira. So yeah, the distance, it's not a big distance. Will I chat with my Uber driver? Not if I can avoid it. Not if I can avoid it. No disrespect to him. I don't want to talk to people. Leave me alone. Hey, Donnie. Leave me alone. Anyone? Nope. Yeah, 100 kilometers. Yeah, exactly. 100 kilometers. 64 miles. Uber doesn't exist in Cornwall. I think I can still. There's a point. We'll be able to get back. Yeah. All right. Yeah, that's something I'll need to look into then, Rebecca. That's a good point. Yeah. There's cat food! Fuck's sakes! Shut up about the fucking cat food. Christ. The cats are fine. There is cat food available. Fuck off with that shit. Well, shit. They're not concerned. They're just. It's just a tired fucking meme at this point. Shit. Can't the Uber get you to a place where you can take. I mean, fucking how? How? There is no bus. Damn it, I'm gonna have to. Damn it, I'm gonna have to. Fuck, I'm gonna have to do a lot of work to figure out how the fuck I'm gonna get Cornwall back. I might not be able to do it. No bus in Cornwall? Nothing from Ottawa, nothing to Cornwall. Nothing from Cornwall to Ottawa. Hire a taxi, $250. Hey, J Dot. Kira, I have been sleeping. I got my COVID booster on Thursday, and I've been sleeping since then. Just to have. I might have to, Ken. I might not be able to go visit my family, my mom. I might not be able to because there's just no fucking way. There's just no goddamn path. I don't fucking get it. Bus? There's no bus. There is no bus. Like there's literally no bus from Cornwall, from Ottawa to Cornwall and Cornwall to Ottawa. There's no bus service at all between those two cities. Train, $250 for a fucking 4-hour trip. How far is the walk? Like at this point, it's the easiest way. 250. Yeah. It is bullshit. There is 4 hours on a train for a 1 hour trip. I take 10 hours trip to see my mom. I know Melbourne. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely fucking ridiculous. So it's long enough because it's like by the time I get there, I'm going to be so like I'm not like the bus leaves early in the morning, or like the train leaves early in the morning. If I want to get there in time for fucking supper, I'm gonna have to take the train that's like 9 a.m., 8:30 in the morning, which means getting up at how much would an Uber be? I can Uber down. I can't Uber back, Leo. Cornwall doesn't have Uber. So I can Uber down, but I can't Uber back. Uber down, but I can't Uber back. Do a rideshare in Kijiji. Go the day before. I don't want to leave the cats for 3 days, is the issue. Like, I don't want to leave the cats for multiple days because I've no one to take care of them. I've got no one to keep them fed. They need food. There's taxis, yes, but I don't want to pay $250 for a taxi. No one in my family drives. Cats are solitary animal. Well, yeah, they'd be fine as far as being alone, but they need to be fed. You know, I can't just leave them. I can't just leave. You know, I can't just leave like 6 o'clock in the evening on one day and just leave them no food for like they get no food the entire next day. It's close to that is. I don't know. Right, the cat's there. Text understand. I don't know. It's just. It's just fucking Christ. Why is it like I don't understand? I genuinely don't understand the reasoning for why it's impossible to actually travel between Cornwall and Ottawa and Cornwall now. Like, I don't understand why it has become impossible. Because most people drive, but not everybody does. No, I don't have a license. I did when I was a teenager, but I let it expire. Taxi to the next city. I mean, there's no real city. There's no cities that are really close by to Cornwall. Like the nearest city to Cornwall is fucking Ottawa. Grinch stole my Christmas. I'm an utter emotional dismantle. Ottawa is the nearest city to Cornwall. But didn't enough caffeine and water. Meta? Yeah, it used to be Greyhound between them, I think. Meeting in the middle at a restaurant and share the. Nah, I mean, that doesn't really work. Did my family come to you? I mean, it would be the same. It would be the exact same problem, Idaho. How are they going to get here? Cats don't travel well either. I mean, I'm not going to take the cats. I'm not going to put the cats in a cage for an hour to another city and then another hour to back a day later. I'm not going to do that. Drive car without a license, what are they going to do? Give me a massive fine? Throw me in prison? Ugh. Shut the fuck up doing the math. Fuck off. Seline Dion was the dress that died. Oh, was she? Was she, Ethan? Oh, jeez. Yeah. I did not hear about that, Ethan. Wow. That's a shame for her. She is pretty up. She is pretty old at this point. Like, she is up there in age. She's had a good life. But, yeah. Pretty soon she'll be unable to move, Kara. Like, I don't know about singing, but moving tends to be pretty important. Hey, Polly. Hey, Sandra. Still as young kids? Ah. Yeah, that's a shame. Traveling while it's freezing out is shitty too, though. Yeah. What's my plan? I have no plan. Laura, I would rather not. So I agree that ME3 is better than 2. I prefer Mass Effect 3 over Mass Effect 2. I feel like Mass Effect 3 frankly handled the characters better than 2 did. Mass Effect 3 actually made it feel like Mass Effect 3 had a story, unlike Mass Effect 2, and it felt like you had assembled a team, unlike Mass Effect 2. Mass Effect 2, it felt like it was just a bunch of completely unrelated uh, side quests with people who had no interest in ever talking to anyone other than Shepard. Hey, Hermit. Vegan pill. I mean, at this point, I don't know what I'm gonna fucking do about a vegan. I'm gonna need to look into other options. I'm gonna need to see what the fuck I can do. Now that it's been pointed out that the Uber option is just not going to work. At this point, honestly, I think that I'm very well may just be completely fucked. Like that, I just have absolutely no fucking options at all. So that's just fucking wonderful. Trivia? Not today, Polly. Video chat to dinner. Fuck you, Steph. Why would Uber not work? Because I wouldn't be able to get back to Agua. Cornwall doesn't have Uber, which means once I'm in Cornwall, how the fuck do I get back? $250 for a fucking 4-hour train ride. Gombrick? I did. Their taxis. $250 fucking dollars doing the math. It's a fucking $250 taxi ride. It's fucking ridiculous to get. Like, that's way more than I'd prefer to spend. And it's more than my mom would prefer that I spend. Like, my mom doesn't want me spending $250 fucking dollars on a taxi either. Shut the fuck up. 250, yes, 250 one way. Even my fucking mom would balk at me spending that much money on a fucking taxi. Jesus fucking Christ. No, they don't have buses. If there were buses, it would be simple, Charles. Hop on the bus, go down. Hop on the bus, come back. No, they don't have fucking buses. That's the problem, is that there's no fucking bus. That's why it's a goddamn pain in the ass. It's because there's no fucking bus. Laura? Yeah, I am getting a big YouTube paycheck this month. But even so, $250 is a lot to spend one way. It's a lot of money to spend going just one direction. If you go a day earlier, you could walk it. Just about the only option that'd be fucking available. Can anyone come get me? No. Spent $250 on One Direction tickets once. Well, that's different. Shut the fuck up doing the math. Fuck off. Yeah, fine. I'm absolutely fucking pathetic doing the math. Most pathetic fucking person on the face of the planet. Whatever. Feel free to not fucking watch me then. Bitchwad. Well, yeah, I do, but I don't have a license in a tizzy. I'm not going to drive without a license. Nobody's going to pull you over. It's Christmas. Christmas is exactly the reason to pull someone over, frankly. Get into a high-speed chase. As Chantel's again, it's too much money to spend one way. Steph, yes, support. Yes, Steph. The cats are eating. The cats are fed twice a day. Plus treats. unless they live in Ottawa or somewhere. When the hell did Ottawa become somewhere isolated? Is the weird thing. 500. Yeah. It's a ridiculous amount to spend. Yeah, just to visit. I always pick teleport whenever asked what I would choose for a superpower. Just fly to Cornwall. Cornwall doesn't have an airport. That's supposed to come pick up their best customer. Mo, I mean, that's very well what I may end up doing, Mo. Is I may just have to tell my mom, sorry, I can't visit until fucking Chantal gets back. Because there's just no actual method to get there and back. Like I can get there through Uber, but I couldn't get back. Like I wouldn't actually be able to get back. What about Uber? I couldn't get back. Sunflower. There's no Uber in Cornwall. I'd be like, I'd get there and then I'd have to spend $250 to get back. For like $250 on a fucking 4 goddamn hour train ride. Cornwall has no bus service. It's got local buses. Like there's a city bus. It's just there's no bus service between Ottawa and Cornwall. There are buses within each city has its own individual bus services, but there's no buses that go from one to the other. Can I walk somewhere? Cornwall isn't really near anywhere. You get that you get that Ottawa, like that Canada is like a huge territory, right? Lyft. I don't know that Cornwall has Lyft either. Exactly. That's the fucking point. Fucking hell, doing the math. You're a fucking idiot. Like Jesus fucking Christ, doing the math. I have said that like 8 fucking times. I've said it 80 fucking times at this point. I don't want to drive 8. I don't want to have 8 fucking hours on a fucking bus just to go 100 fucking kilometers. Like, holy fucking shit, you dumbass. I know it's 4 hours. I have said it's 4 hours. That is the fucking problem. Is that it's 4 goddamn hours each fucking way. It is a stupidly long time. I would be fucking exhausted. By the time I got there, I would be so fucking dead tired. I would be absolutely miserable company. I would be the shittiest, most miserable fucking company possible. I would just be wanting to fucking sleep for the next 3 goddamn days by the time I got there. Fucking hell. Like, why are people incapable of fucking listening to me? I don't fucking get, like, how people cannot fucking listen. Zadie Swinson, a contribution towards your Christmas. Thank you very much, Zadie Swinson. Like, there are some people who just refuse to fucking listen to a goddamn word that anybody says. It is when you have to get up at like 8 in the morning. It's like an 8, like you'd have to get up. I'd have to get up at like 8 in the morning in order to get there in time for anything to be fucking, in order to get there before dinner. because the buses, like, because this train schedules, you know, if there were a train that ran at like noon, you know, hop on the train at noon, get there by 4, that'd be fine. But the trains are super early, and I am a night person. I would get no goddamn sleep. Yeah. Some people get up at 8. Well, good fucking for you. That's not me. I am not somebody who can get up at 8 in the morning. And I don't fucking, like, again, like, I am not. Kamnyan, thank you very much. Also, towards Christmas, just stay home. Travel is stressful, especially when it's cold and as fucking scheduling sucks, and 500 is ridiculous. Thank you very much, Kamnyan. It's 8 a.m., I think. Shit, like, most of the time I'm going to bed at 6 a.m. Possible to pre-ring. Probably not Speckled Pup. Like, most of the time, I'm going to bed at 6 in the morning. So I would get no sleep. Obviously, you're tired at like 11. What I'm tired of at that point, Rebecca, like, it's because I'm tired of talking. I'm tired of socializing. It's not like ready for bed tired. It is my introverted ass has talked enough already, has socialized enough already. That's the fatigue I get at that point. Yeah, like, so yeah, like, considering I go to bed at 6 in the morning, like, getting up at 8, no, that's not it's not something that fucking works. Getting socialed out, exactly. Thanks, other guy. So yeah, oh, I have to get up at 8 a.m. for work. Yeah, well, sucks to be you. Sucks to be you. Sucks to be you. Then I don't have to get up at 8 o'clock for work. There have been times, yes, there have been times where I've had to get up at 8 a.m. for work in the past, and I fucking hated it. I was miserable, like, just absolutely fucking miserable whenever I had to do that, and exhausted because I'm a night owl. I don't sleep. You know, I don't sleep easily at night. I'm wide awake at night. So getting up at 8 a.m., I was exhausted and miserable and useless for the entire day. And right now, I'm in a position, luckily, where I don't have to do that. So getting up at 8 a.m. now, I can't do that. It's something I am incapable of doing at the moment because of the fact, like, because of how I've been sleeping. Would be good for night shifts. Oh, yes. Fix my sleep pattern. I try, Habibi. It's hard for me. It's really hard for me. Ring light or something? Yeah, I've got. I've not on right now. The light right now, it's all natural light. Not what I meant. Doing the math. Yeah, the cats have eaten. I fed them. I don't know, around noonish. Yeah, I think around 12:30. I think around 12:30. I think that I fed the cat, so they were fed. They've been fed. That was that was wet food, and they've always got dry food. I always keep the dry food topped off. What about reading it? It doesn't really make me sleepy, Sunflower. Like even reading at night doesn't make me tired. Should I borrow one of the ring lights? I do have one. I've got a ring light. I don't have it turned on right now, Kamyan. Most of the time, most of the time I'm on at night. Like most of the time I'm on at night, so I always have the ring light on. Doing the math? Yeah, whatever. My daughter told me she couldn't come visit for Christmas because she didn't want to wake up at 8 a.m. Wake up at 8 a.m. to spend $250. Because it's also $250 each way, come break. That's the other thing. It's 4 hours and $250. And again, I would be miserable company. I would get no sleep. So I would be absolutely miserable company. Nina, welcome. Insomnia's nachos, yeah. Mom just wants to see me. Even my mom, my mom was looking into the options for traveling, and even she thought that $250 each way was ridiculous. So, because I talked to her just a couple of, I talked to her yesterday. I talked to my mom yesterday, and even she was balking at that price. Happily should have made a cornhole impact. There's no shuttle. There's no shuttle. There's literally no there's. I can get to Cornwall through Uber. I couldn't get back. 500 exactly, Frida. It's 100 kilometers. It's it's nothing. It's an hour's. It's an hour by car. It's not a huge distance. I do want to be careful with money. I do want to be careful with the money right now because I am unemployed, because the only money I'm making, because the money I'm making is only from YouTube, which is really, really not guaranteed income. It is not a reliable income source. Yeah, I want to be super careful with my money right now. Got that? No, nowhere near 5,000. No, 2,000. Got a $2,000 paycheck coming in, which is good. It's a big chunk of money. $2,000 is a big chunk of money for me. If it was 5,000, if I was getting a $5,000 paycheck, oh shit, yeah, why not? 2,000 for me, yeah, it is an amazing amount for me. Bear in mind that's for an entire month. $2,000, $2,000 a month. Even if I end up making an average of $2,000, and I mean this month is going to be a lot higher than usual. This month will be much, much higher than I'm expecting my usual paychecks to be. But even if I make $2,000 a month consistently on YouTube, that's still poverty wages. Literally, that's poverty wages. $24,000 a year. That's under the poverty line. At least I'm pretty sure that's under the poverty line in Canada. What is the What is the poverty line considered to be in Canada? Oh, come on. Just give me the goddamn answer. Oh, actually, I was wrong. In Ontario, the poverty line is just shy of 20,000. So I would be just over the Ottawa poverty line, the Ontario poverty line. On the UK. $2,000 pound. £2,000, I think, is more than $2,000 though. Yeah, apparently in Ontario, the provincial poverty line is $20,000 a year. A lot of people live on half that amount. Yeah, because they have to, because they don't have much choice. But it's still, it's not something that is easy. No, I did not buy my mom's Christmas gift yet. Yeah, in Ontario, $20,000 is poverty line, so I'd be just barely above the provincial poverty line, and that's assuming I'm making 20,000 a month, which I'm not. I'm not going to make $2,000 a month. Yeah, fucking whatever, innocent. Rebecca Jones. Yeah. I always get her Laura Secord. I always get her some chocolates from Laura Secord. Just another subscriber. Yep. Hey, Miss Ollie. What's up with the title is because I missed the past 2 days. I didn't stream the past couple days. Rebecca? No, I'm not. I'm not comfortable streaming in public, Rebecca. Like, I'm just not comfortable with it. So I'm not going to be taking you to Laura Secord with me. What I'm gonna do, like, I'll take a bus down to the mall, pick up some chocolates, take a bus down to LCBO to pick up some liquor for my brother. So I'm just gonna, bus around to get the presents. Hey, Shirley. Thanks, Spooky. Thanks, Spooky Roseanne. Face is really red. Does ship or Amazon the present to them? Miss Holly? No, the lighting is different. I'm not using my ring light right now. It's natural light. It's early enough that there is still some light out. So I didn't bother turning on my ring light. So snowy out. I think it might be snowing just a little bit. Like, I think it's just a little bit of snow right now. There's a lot of snow on the ground. The past couple days, it snowed pretty heavily. But right now, I think there might just be like very, very light snowfall. Or maybe even there might not be any snowfall right now, actually. Presto card? I do, Rebecca. I got that last time I was living in Ottawa when I moved back to Ottawa. Not when I was living in Ottawa before. Last time I lived in Ottawa, back when I was going to college, they were sort of just introduced. I think they still had like regular bus tickets that you could get when I was going to college here. It was I think not long after I moved away from Ottawa. move back to Cornwall. They don't, Rebecca. It is just a card for OC Transpo. And yeah, once I get paid, I'll put some cash on it. Just a little bit of money on it. I don't need a lot of money on it. I don't really take the bus very much anyway. I very well may have a few bucks on it as it is. There's a point. I'm sure there's a point. Do I still have that card? Would I have thrown that card out? Oh shit. I'm just realizing that I don't think I do still have that card. I think that I threw that card out. Well, shit. No, I'm going to need to go to a place to get that. I think that wallet is dust. Just about seemingly innocent. I don't carry money. Can't take the bus now. Well, I mean, I'll just need to go get a card. Like, I'm pretty sure I can get that like at a like, I'm pretty sure I can just get a card at like the Jean Coutu, or not Jean Coutu, but at the Shoppers. Like, I'm pretty sure Shoppers Drug Mart has them. So I mean, it's not, yeah, it's really not any sort of big problem to get one. What was the point of carrying cash unless you're? I mean, exactly. Shit. Even some weed stores take debit. Even some weed stores here take debit. Like, I'm pretty. They still take cash. My presser ran out the other day in emergency. I used change. I mean, I don't have cash, Melanie. I haven't had cash. I haven't had cash in forever. I use debit for everything. Literally turned around in my own house. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Shoppers Drug Marts still carry bus cards. So I know, Keyline. Would I fight a spirit? So yeah, it's something where like pain in the ass because I'll need to go down there. But so it's it's an inconvenience, but it's not the end of the world. It's really not that tough to get the trains to come by. Yeah, they still come by. Lambo was here earlier. Oh, hey, backrooms. And personal driver on Kijiji, $130 one way. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I think Shoppers Drug Mart is going to be my best bet for that. Assuming that there's one, assuming that the one near me does actually carry it. I would assume it does. I don't remember. Hey, Marion. What's the address for that particular Shoppers? Sorry, I'm just Boulevard. Huh. Just wanting to make sure the one near me. How do I pay my therapist? Well, I mean that's like different doing the math. That's that's a different situation. Can I see Gail? Yes, I can see. Sorry, hi Gail. Yeah, I can see you, Gail. Comic Call. I haven't picked up comics in forever, Polly. Hey, Wade Bowen. Yeah, I've just been recovering. Thanks, Jenna. Insurance pays for therapy 100%. Government insurance. Yeah, government insurance tends to be really good. All right. I'll need to double check later to make sure that I can get the thing, get the card there. Got to be okay for one night. For one night, yes, Sapphire. Like absolutely, cats would be okay for one night. The problem is if I want to be able. The problem, like if I go. I'm leaving my cat for 2 nights. I hate it, but she's going to be okay. I wouldn't be comfortable doing that. What's for dinner? Leftover spaghetti. What was I just doing on my phone? I was checking to see if I could confirm if the Shoppers Drug Mart near me, if they do sell the bus cards. Super thankful for multiple cat sitter neighbors. So what? Bus cards. Presto cards. Cards for buses. Because I'll need to like I will need to use the bus to get around Ottawa to get the Christmas presents, most likely. City bus pass. Yeah, exactly. Because the buses in Ottawa, you no longer buy tickets. They no longer sell like individual bus tickets. You have to use the card. It's been that way for a few years now. Tap card now, yep. Been that way for at least 4 years. Maybe longer. I'm not sure exactly when it changed. It changed sometime between 2013 and 2018. I don't actually know. Hi, Olivia. I don't actually know exactly when that changed. It was sometime between 2013 and 2008, or 2000 would have been sometime between 2014 and 2018. Because 2014 was when I graduated college. I was still taking the bus. Was I using? No, I wouldn't have been using the Presto back then. That I only got when I did move back up. Was I actually just using individual tickets? Weird. Got the shot? Yeah. Yeah, I got the booster. Have I ever been outside of Canada? Yeah. Scotland a couple times. Hey, Icky. So yeah, 2014 tickets were still around, but they were really selling the Presto cards at that point. They were really pushing it at that point. What's the stream title? It's a reference to. I mean, it's a reference to a very famous Mark Twain quote. Okay, Neon. French Fest. I love French Fest. I think maybe just about every time I've been to Scotland. I mean, every time I've been to Scotland was in summer. So I think it was usually right around the time of Fringe. So like that's my that's sort of the impression I have of Edinburgh. It's like during the whole summer, or even if it's not going on, they're preparing for it. Yeah. And I know there was one time where I was there for the military tattoo at the castle. Am I Scottish? Yes, Kitty Katie. My mom is Scottish. How is it misleading? How is it misleading? I'm not. Am I dead? Am I actually dead, Icky? Are you my Bruce? Am I Bruce Willis and you're Haley Joel Osment? This pre-recorded. Do I ever see myself going back to Scotland? I do hope to, Gail. I do hope I get the chance to go back there. Misleading title. Someone thinks you're Jesus. I know I look like Western Jesus. Let's go to Scotland. Let's go badly. It's a lovely country. Spoiler alert is on my watch list. Spoiler alerts don't count for a 20-year-old movie that's most famous for twist. Probably using the Ottawa paper bus pass. That's what I used to use, Melanie. I didn't even get the pass. I just used like the paper tickets back when I was living here in for college. That was 2000. That was 2004 or 2014 that I graduated. They were really pushing Presto when I left. I moved back here in 2018, I want to say. Or was it 2019? Was it 18 or 19 that I moved back here? I want to say 2018. And at that point, they'd switched entirely to the Presto card. Shave my head? I'll pass. Have I showered? Yes, I did shower today, red. How long was I in college? 2 years. It was a 2-year degree. No, I'm not shaving my head. Hey, Barry. Stop spamming. Kitty? No. There was no rumor about me dying. It's just because I missed the past couple days. I didn't stream the past couple days. One of my favorite chips. Salt and vinegar Ruffles are my favorite chips. Looking for help? Help looking for a job? Nah. No, I just need to do it. My favorite meal? I don't know. Barbecue steak dinner. Comic book? I mean, I don't know what drama there was. No, I mean Thursday, I was comatose. Like Thursday, I missed because I was comatose the whole day. Yesterday, I missed just because I really was not feeling up to it. I was just too tired still. Do I enjoy haggis? No. When was the last time I had sex? December of 2013. So it is officially 9 years since I've had sex. I think one more year and I get a free sub. Hey, Loretta. Anyway, filling my water. And it's getting dim enough that I may as well turn my light on. Not asexual. It's just haven't really had a chance. Anyway, I see that. So I saw that Donald Trump has gotten into the NFT market several months after the bottom fell out of that market. That's the thing that I find hilarious. Like, months after the bottom fell out of the NFT market. That's when Donald Trump strikes. Like, the time to get into NFTs was like 2 years ago. They were always a grift. From the time they were introduced, they were a grift. They were a scam. They were like, NFTs were a pyramid scheme right from the beginning. But if someone were going to decide to get involved in NFTs, 2 years ago would have been the time. Now, hey Frida, like, hey Jack, like Trump benefits from the fact that he's got a bunch of that he's a cult leader with a bunch of people who will give him money for anything. Like, it's just like he benefits from the fact that, there's a bunch of idiots who will just spend money on it just because he put his name on it. But like, it's another demonstration of how bad he actually is at business. Because it's like there is no market for NFTs anymore. Celebrities are being taken to court for shilling NFTs because it became entirely too obvious that they are a scam. So it's just like, it's like when he got into the subprime mortgage market in like 2006, a year before that market collapsed, when people were already warning that the subprime market, subprime loans were going to collapse. What does it mean to paint a town red? I have no idea where that comes from, just saying. Sounds morbid. I think it's usually like just for like partying. Trump selling a book or something, how to make the only way, hey Zombie Queen, literally the only way Trump knows how to make money is to put his name on something. That's how he makes money, is just from selling his name. Trump was euphemism for fart. Snake Oil says one. Yep. He's a liar and a scammer and a con artist. He's always been a con artist. From the beginning, he was a con artist. He lied his way onto the Forbes 500 list the first year he got on there. But no, he sucks. Trump's awful. Frida can only hope that he'll be in prison someday. Never stood on his own 2 feet. No, absolutely hasn't. He was born with a silver spoon in his mouth. He got tons of money from his father. And like I said, he's always been a liar. The first time he was featured in the Forbes 500, he lied his way onto it. If you can't dazzle them with brilliance, baffle them with bullshit. That is actually Trump's. That does tend to be Trump's strategy. Just lie. Throw out such an overwhelming amount of straight up lies that people can't even counter them all. Not true, Uncle Junior. Here's the thing. Yes, politicians lie. They do not lie to the extent that Trump does. His lies are of a type and scale unseen in politics. Again, Elaine, there's a difference. Most politicians and I should say traditionally, most politicians limited their lies. They would, they would be selective with the facts. If estimates showed a specific range of potential results for something they were proposing, they would obviously always choose the estimate that worked out best that put their policies in the best light and blah blah blah. They'd be selective with the facts. They would be they would omit information. And yeah, sometimes they would say something that was straight up false, but rarely would very few politicians would regularly say things that were straight up false. They always tried to be they always tried to limit the actual lies. Lies of omission? Absolutely they would do that. As like just plain saying something that is straight up objectively false, typically not very often. Trump says things that are just false. Just constantly. Always. If Trump says that the weather's beautiful, get out your umbrella. Like genuinely that bad. Like literally he's that bad a liar. If Trump says that it's a beautiful sunny day, then I hope you've got your umbrella because it's probably raining. And by the way, that's not an exaggeration. I'm pretty sure there actually was an occasion where he talked about how lovely the weather was, and literally it was raining. Like, I think, like, it's, like, just one of those things where it's just, like, pathological. Uncle Junior? I can look out the window, Uncle Junior. It's called being a pathological liar. Except he wasn't joking. Except there's no indication that he was joking. Like, I mean, it's just one of those things where he is just an absolute pathological liar. He lies as easily as he breathes. Attendees? I would guess probably not. I'm not sure exactly what you're referring to, attendees, but I'm going to guess probably I don't agree with them. I probably don't agree with Trudeau bailing someone out. Junior, everything. Again, it's like he entered office. Like his first fucking day of office, he lied about his inaugural crowd. You know? He lied about unemployment rates. He lied about signing bills that, like, he lied about being responsible for policies that were passed before he was elected. He lied about predictions of how a hurricane would travel. Lolo? Most likely, Lolo, it's probably people you follow. Generally, whenever anyone follows me on Twitter, I check out their profile to see who they follow. If they follow a lot of people who spend a lot of time shit talking my friend, tough. Not vegan, but this place near me does an incredible vegan bacon mac and cheese, and I just ordered a trough of it. Not a fair way to get blocked. I'm not a fair person. A mullet? No, Tendies, I'm not getting a mullet. Well, I literally just explained it, Lolo. It's almost certainly because of people that you follow. You're wrong, Mencius. Trump lies to a degree that is unusual for politics. That no politician, or that virtually no politicians actually lie to. Would I get a tattoo? No, Elaine. No tattoos. Not interested in tattoos. Mencius? Yes, and I disagree with Obama for that. I think that Obama was wrong to do that. I think that Obama's increase in deportations was a bad move. Like, it's not something that I don't agree with him from a humanitarian standpoint, and even from a political standpoint, I think it was a shit move. Come Sleepy Joe didn't fix the water crisis in Flint. I don't know why. Like, I don't know why it's so hard to get that shit fixed. It's weird how hard it's been to get. In fairness, it's not just Flint; it's nationwide. Cockbrook, yeah, I'm totally okay with. I am totally okay with politics getting rid of the people who will not survive to see the results of their policies. People who won't live long enough to actually see the results of the policies they implement. All those fucking climate change denying assholes, they'll be dead before climate change starts killing everybody else. If they want to start a war, they should have to do a one-on-one anime fist fight with the other country's leader. Canada did. Say what you will about Justin Trudeau. He did win that boxing match. Yo, he did win that boxing match. Thoughts on Nancy Pelosi being a millionaire? Fuck Pelosi. I hate her. Just Trudeau could smack a bitch. Like it, yeah. Whatever our whatever your politics, on all that. Trudeau did win that boxing match that he was in. Prince William. Don't give a shit. Trudeau's blackface. I think that the fact that Trudeau did blackface repeatedly as an adult shows alarmingly poor judgment that frankly leaves him, that frankly makes me not consider him genuinely qualified to be the leader of the country. Politicians should have their own kids up for a draft so if they start war, they actually have some skin in the game. Maybe. Why does everyone hate Nancy Pelosi? I mean, for my part, it's because she's a fucking pure centrist establishment Democrat. More interested in the game than in real progressive politics. Don't be afraid to talk trash about your prime minister, maybe. Prime minister, but yeah. Nancy Pelosi became 100. Yeah, there is also, there's very strong evidence that Pelosi probably engaged in insider trading during her time as, not even a speaker, just during her time in politics. Thoughts on AOC? She's cool. I like AOC. Don't put her on a platform. No politician belongs on a platform, and I'm pretty sure AOC would be the first to admit that. New AC? Well, no. We have central air, Icky. We don't have an AC unit. We have central air. John McCain? Yeah. John McCain kind of sank his own reputation at times. Yeah, Doug Ford. Fuck Doug Ford. Doug Ford is awful. What is U.S. politics? So part of it is just a left hangover from when I was a teenager. I was very interested in U.S. politics. Less so these days, frankly. But when I was a teenager, I was really interested in it. And some of that hung around. Because U.S. politics was sort of exciting. Shit show. U.S. politics was a shit show train wreck. Canadian politics has traditionally been seen as more boring. Whether right or wrong, Canadian politics are generally seen as a little bit more boring. U.S. politics is an unending train wreck. And people like to watch a train wreck. That's the other thing, though, Laura. The truth is, Canada has to pay attention to U.S. politics. Most countries have to pay attention to U.S. politics just because the sheer economic power of the U.S. and military power, the sheer power of the U.S. means that it has a major impact on the rest of the world. But Canada in particular, we're right next to you. You're our biggest trading partner. We have to pay very close attention to U.S. politics. Violent indigenous genocide doesn't. Absolutely, it doesn't, Frida. That's why I said that's why I said perceived as boring. Obviously, there's a lot of about Canadian politics that's not boring, and the fact that the ongoing Indigenous genocide is a serious problem, and it is ongoing. It's not like it's what is the difference between Yu-Gi-Oh and Digimon? They're different games. When I was in school, we learned American and Canadian history and politics. I don't remember learning that much about American history and politics in school. From what I can recall, the focus was generally on Canada, but I think again it's one of those things where bits of US seeped in just because of the nature of the Canada-US relationship. When did I become a politician? Yeah. I would not be a good politician. When did I become interested in US politics? Probably maybe around like 2000. Probably right around 2000, because that was right around when I started watching Daily Show with Jon Stewart. Like I think, yeah, because I started watching I started watching the Daily Show at one point, and early on when Jon Stewart was first took over the Daily Show, it was still primarily celebrity gossip type of thing. But he did shift it a lot towards politics. Like he really moved it towards being a political series show. Because I mean, like growing up, like I watched Letterman, I watched Conan. So there were a couple of late night shows that I did watch back then. Iron my shirt, never. How many numbers now? 440 something, 440-ish Anunnaki. Right around 440, give or take a few. Sound like you got your political history from the Red Green Show? I mean, I did watch the Red Green Show. Red Green was never really political, though. God, I love Letterman. Yeah, Letterman was always good. Loved Conan. Yeah. Yeah, I enjoyed their shows. They were funny. And I mean, they talk a little bit about US politics, but not very much. David Icke? No. David Icke is an anti-Semitic piece of shit. Would I like to work at carnivals? Probably not. Hey, Amethyst guy. Getting expensive to live in Ontario. Very much so, Ziggy. Very much so. Like Jerry Springer. I watched Jerry Springer as well. I did watch Jerry Springer as well. Yeah, I think that's sort of what got me into US politics was Ayaka. Is it? Aika? That is Icky. Aika? All right. Aika then. Either way, anti-Semitic piece of shit. Jerry Springer was the mayor of Cincinnati. Yep. Ike. Oh, Ike. Huh. Well, fine. However it's pronounced, fuck that dude. OAC. Melanie, as I recall, I was in the year that it was discontinued. Icky is better. Yeah. As I recall, they did away with OAC. Like I was the first year that didn't have it, as I recall. I believe grade 13, I was the first, like I was part of the first batch to not have grade 13, I think. That's a long time ago, though. No, man, with this guy. Nobody thought I was dead. It's just joking. Just joking because I wasn't, I missed the past couple days. I've been absent the past couple days. I was the last of it. And I think I was the first not to have it. You didn't have Melanie. You did not have community service, right? Like you didn't have the mandatory community service. I'm guessing, right? Because I know that I was the first. I was part of the first batch where 40 hours of community service was required to graduate. COVID? No, I didn't have COVID. I got the COVID vaccine. I got the booster. Little sister did. Yeah. Mandatory community service. Here's the thing. It's something that I agree. Honestly, I agree with it in theory. I sure as shit didn't want to do it. Had to do community service to graduate. Yeah, I lied. I lied on the form. I didn't actually do the community service. I just, you know, I think I had my friend's mom. I think I used I think I used Chantel's mom to like make shit up, like sign it to, yeah. So I was like, I bullshit. I didn't actually do it, but Brother Mentis, I'm wary of people using anti-Semite as a reason to dismiss someone, since that term is used to marginalize anyone who defends Palestine. True, Mencius, but in the case of David Icke, he actually is an anti-Semitic piece of shit. Cool to do community service. I don't know if it should be required. Like I said, I agree with it in theory because it is something where it gets students sort of started on it. It gets them started into a mindset of benefiting the community, of working to help people. It gets them into a mindset of helping people, which is great. So I agree with it in principle. I didn't fucking want to do it. I'm a hypocrite. It's compulsory in Austria and Israel. Yep. Well, yes. This one, it's not obviously like Israel has. As David Icke said that. I'll walk Tendy. Look, you can look it up, Tendies. I'm not going to get into it, but yeah, just look it up. Some people's parents might be like, community service, fuck that. You can't make my kid do that. Yeah. I imagine there probably was. Hey, Diana. There probably I didn't really hear any pushback, but I'm sure there was pushback to it. Be down from mandatory community service, as long as it's not some meaningless shit like highway pickup. I don't want to feed people. Well, yeah, just saying, it is like it. You look for places to volunteer. Like it wasn't like they weren't doing placements. Like they weren't. The schools did not do community service placements. They did not pick. They did not choose where you went. You would have to look. You would have to sort of like look out. You would have to go searching. It was your choice. So if you wanted to work at a soup kitchen, absolutely perfect. Do it. It was up to you to do that though. Like it's up to you to get to go to the soup kitchen and say, "Hey, can I volunteer here?" Sometimes help pick up rubbish in my community with a group of people for fun. It's very satisfying. All right. I would volunteer to help the local strippers. Do I go out clubbing ever? Nope, never. Son worked at a local nursing home. Cool. Pat, right now I'm talking about Ontario schools, Ontario high schools having public service requirements or community service requirements. Zombie, hi, I hope you're well. Thanks, Zombie. Love Habitat for Humanity. I think kids should get into that. Logan Paul being canceled. Wouldn't be the first time. Hey, Belly. Valley? Yeah, it's just because I missed the last. I didn't stream the last couple days, Valley. Like I skipped the last couple days. I was absent the last couple days, so it's just a reference to me not being around for a couple days because of because I spent it sleeping. Went to school at St. Peter's Catholic High School. I went to Cornwall Collegiate and Vocational School. CCVS. Which is another interesting thing. Does my arm hurt? Not anymore, Amethyst Sky. Not anymore. It's been 2 days, so my arm's fine now. Let's go in a different Cornwall. Yeah. So Logan Paul's in WWE now, is he? But that was another interesting thing. What happened? The COVID booster comic book. Zomphy! Holy shit, Zomphy gifted 10 free gift memberships. Thank you very much, Zomphy. Congratulations to Jenny, Jody, Bowie, Diane, Teresa, Mama Bear, Rosie, Janine, Panda, Spoonie. Congratulations to all of you for your free gift memberships, and thank you very much, Zombie. Yeah, pizza slices in the chat for Zombie. Sorry, Color Purple. Too late. It's random, unfortunately. No, take a break from this. In this case, Belly, it's like it wasn't a mental health thing. It was like an actual physical thing. I got the COVID boost combined, like bad sleep habits, depression, and COVID booster. Those 3 things combined meant that I slept for like the past 2 days. And so it wasn't. Jenna, thank you very much, Jenna, for 5 free gift memberships. Let's see if Purple gets lucky here. Congratulations to Pat, Jasan, Lolo, Mimi Link, and Moody. Sorry, Purple. Let's get some slices in the chat for Jenna as well. Sorry, Color Purple. How many members now? That'll probably put me at around 250, I guess. 250, 255. Let me double check. Yeah, 457. It says 457 is what it's showing right now. See how many gift memberships we can give without Purple randomly getting picked. Hey, Simply Joe. That's awesome. I imagine a lot of Amethyst. It is great. I imagine a lot of them will not renew, will not carry over. Sharon Osbourne being hospital. No. More subs than so many YouTubers. Bigger than Yo Mama, Control Detective, than Breezy. How was Cornwall's public schools? They seemed okay to me when I was there, Ziggy. Gift memberships last for 1 month. What's for lunch? Nothing. Yeah, gift memberships last for 1 month. But here's the thing. So obviously gift memberships will expire. And I mean, some people, and there's still going to be more gift memberships getting, there's going to be more memberships getting gifted and all that, but I wouldn't expect as many memberships being gifted going forward as this past month. So that'll drop down. It's actually showing I've had 40 people cancel memberships. Like, so out of all the out of the 400, however many people who've already paid for memberships, 40 have already canceled. I think it's fine. I have no issue. I have no objection to them canceling. It's fine. Like legitimately, I have no issue with people canceling their memberships. Absolutely okay. Comment. It doesn't list. Comic Brook 10 more gift memberships. Thank you very much, Comic Brook. Slices in the chat for Comic Brook. Congratulations, Anunnaki, Simply Joe, Dandy, Tracy Ray, Michaela, Neil Wallace, Specimen, Nightmare just give us good job. Purple's still not getting it. I didn't know Dandy was in the chat. There are people who I'm pretty sure aren't even in the chat. Oh my god, I'm pretty sure there are people who haven't been in chat for like a week getting gift memberships. Poor Color Purple. Color Purple's just never gonna get this gift membership. People who aren't even on YouTube are gonna get gift memberships before Color Purple. I was gifted memberships while I was in this chat. Exactly, Lily. And unfortunately, there's no way, as far as I'm aware, there's no way to choose who gets a membership. Poor Purple. Anyway, as I say, I have absolutely no problem with people canceling their memberships. It's totally okay. It's, spend your money where you want to spend it. I was reluctant enough to open memberships in the first place. I'm not going to be mad at people not wanting to pay $2 for a badge. I'm not going to be mad at people who aren't willing to spend money on a badge. I'm not giving. I don't do there's nothing special that members have access to. I'm not gonna fault anyone for canceling. I imagine there are going to be some people who don't bother renewing their memberships. I imagine I'm going to get fewer gift memberships going forward. I would guess maybe a couple hundred. I would guess after this month, maybe after January. I'm guessing I'll probably end up evening out to about 200 members. That's what I'm sort of guessing, is that I'll drop back down to roughly 200 members, which is fine. Just listening and drawing today. I'm not being negative, Ziggy. I figure that I am being realistic. It's not cynicism, it's not pessimism, I expect that November obviously was a very unique month for me. And December probably going to be a fairly unique month for me. January, maybe. January, I think things will start to quiet down for me as far as views and super chats and gift memberships. February, March, things will settle down, because it's I've been wanting Spotify for a while, so I need to pay the $9.99 for music. Fair enough. Because I'm being realistic. The fact that I'm on my own for the first time, people are obviously very interested. As things continue, things are going to get sort of that curiosity to see how I do will quiet down, and it's considering paying for a membership, paying for a 48-month membership. Is that even possible, Kale? Can you pay for can you pay in advance? I didn't even know that was a thing. So yeah, this pay is going to be wildly out of proportion with my normal pays. January pay as well will be probably quite a bit higher than my normal pays. I think by February, I will see my pay going down to a lower amount. I think maybe by March, I will probably be around 800 a month that I'll make. That's my suspicion. That'll probably end up evening out to about 800 a month. Which is why I do still need to find an actual job. You know, it's 800 a month is a good side hustle, but I need an actual hustle. I keep meaning to look into I know people keep suggesting hey, Sausage Mama. I know people keep I've had a few people suggest reading audiobooks and shit like that. Something that I still need to look into. I keep forgetting to look into it. Voice acting? Yeah, again, same thing. What's for dinner? Leftover spaghetti, Amethyst. I'm just going to reheat some spaghetti. I'll probably want to do that pretty soon. Just sub for now. Yeah. Color purple. Oh, I'm sure the people at my next job will be perfectly nice to me, and I will ultimately want nothing to do with them because I am a solitary creature who just wants to hide away. Seen sites where you can narrate self-published authors' audiobooks. Dub anime. Don't have to be friends with coworkers. There was a case recently where I think it was in the UK. I'm pretty sure it was in the UK. Dude sued his former employer for firing him for not being more social. So the UK courts have ruled that there is no obligation to be friendly with your coworkers. That is now a legal precedent in the UK. It's like UK courts have set a legal precedent that you do not have to be friends with your coworkers. Daughter found her dream job working from home, helping addicts get back on their feet after treatments. Ah, that's cool. Because yeah, basically what happened, the this dude's employer was because this dude would go in, do his job, go home. He didn't go out for drinks with his employer, with his coworkers. He wouldn't go out for drinks with them. He wouldn't go to office parties. Basically, he just went in, did his job, went home. Which his employer felt was, not a team player. He wasn't sticking with the team, wasn't being a team player and all that sort of thing. They felt that you need to be putting in an effort to work with your with your coworkers. So you got to put in that effort to be a team player. And he was like, his point was, I'm a team player when I'm at a team player when I'm on the clock. When I'm off the clock, I'm not part of the fucking team anymore. You're not wrong, just saying. That's why I love minimum wage jobs, because everyone is miserable and wants to go home, and no one is expecting you to pretend otherwise. Yep, you're not wrong. How long does your phone last? I don't actually know, Anunnaki. I basically never it's on the charge. It's full charge. My phone has a full charge right now. It's still on the charger. Sit in a box from Box Mountain and then try to use a leaf blower to send you to Munchkinland. Hey, Nessa. Coworkers not equal friends. Yep. And I mean, some people do. Some people absolutely do become friends with their coworkers. Some people love hanging out with their some people really like their coworkers, good friends, love hanging out with them outside of work. It happens. But there are people like me who just fucking want to go home and fucking want to go home, get on the computer, have a good wank, whatever. I just felt like showing my phone background. Tim Tam. Coworkers aren't friends, but we spend more time at work than we're with family. Yeah, just about. Hey, Flop Era. Spoonie. Spoonie. It's a reference to a I mean, it's a reference to a Mark Twain misquote. Not actually, it's not direct quote from Mark Twain, but it's like a misquote. People, it's one of those things where it's what people think that Mark Twain said, but he didn't say it quite like that. His actual phrasing was a little bit different. But yeah, it's a Mark Twain quote. Warner, I will work with you, be professional and cooperate. I won't tell you you're a dick. Don't pull your weight or meet my expectations. I will not see you outside of work hours. Go for drinks, etc. Yeah. Anyway, kind of like that, yeah. Yeah, it's one of those like that. At some jobs, how much I talk to coworkers varied from one shift to another. When I worked the night shift at StarTech, it was quiet. So, interacting with coworkers, plenty of time to talk to coworkers. Day shift, not really. But night shift, chat, have fun, shoot the shit. When I was a Walmart cashier, rarely was there real time to talk to coworkers. Living a Spoonie? Yeah, it was, which one was it? Was it Jenna's gift subs that went to you, Spoonie? Comic Book. I think it was Comic Book. Or it might have been Jenna. Zombie? Was it Zombie's gift sub that went to I don't remember which of those sets. Because there were 3 people who did gift subs. Zombie, I think Jenna, and whoever I just said a minute ago. Brooke. So yeah, I don't remember which gift membership ended up going to Spoonie. sorry, Brooke. My memory sucks. Yeah, I don't remember because I know Zombie, Comic Book, and Jenna all did gift memberships. I don't remember which gift membership, which set of gift memberships ended up going to you, Spoonie. I do know that none of them went to Color Purple. Whomever. Yeah. Spoonie, I honestly have no idea if that's a thing. Anyone know if that's a thing where YouTube asks people who got gift memberships if they want to continue memberships? Anyone know if that's a thing? Sausage's mama. Yes, you did. They do, Anunnaki. That said, no one needs to feel obligated to continue. I don't want anyone to ever feel obligated to give me money. '64 Zoo Lane, not that I know of, Ryan. I lived on Edgar Street in Cornwall, and I lived on 8th Street West in Cornwall. Edgar Street. Edgar Street was where I grew up. That was a nice neighborhood. Nice, quiet neighborhood. There was a really big field behind the house that was really good for catching fireflies in the summer. Hey, Bowie. Lived all over Orleans as a foster kid. Our neighbors on one side that we were like really close to, like really friendly with, they built a hockey rink in the winter. So that was really cool. Oh, thanks, Ella. Anyone know who gifted? Zombie did, Comic Book did, and Jenna did. As a gifted membership. Well, I knew you'd be able to. I wasn't sure if YouTube sort of notified people to renew. If you had a respectably girthy truck, would you park it in my garage? So cool. Yep. Never skated on the canal. Never on the canal now. I haven't skated since I was like 10. GTA 5? No. It's been I haven't skated since I was a kid. Shit, I'm not even Neopets. I did play Neopets. I was on Neopets, Ron Cheeseman. I was on Neopets back when I was a teenager. That would have been prior to the Scientology takeover of it. So I missed the Scientology era of Neopets, which is apparently a fucking thing. Who the hell knew that was a thing? What was my name? Neopet? I don't even remember. Cheeseman. I have no recollection of what Neopet I used. Probably one that looked cat-like. Story time. I mean, it's what Scientology thing. Yeah. So apparently, at one point, the Church of Scientology bought Neopets. Did I ever play Sims? I played Sims 2 a little bit. Scientology people got bought up by Jumpstart. I do know that Scientology also sold it later. Yeah, like why? I don't know comic book. I like that's the most baffling. Like I have no idea why the Church of Scientology bought Neopets. Money, probably. Do Mormons and Scientology people get along? I mean, Mormon. Is there anyone Mormons don't get along with? They're very friendly people. Gonna have to investigate this. Scientology freaks me. Oh, it is. Scientology is a cult. Scientology is just absolutely a cult. Love how Neopets taught kids to gamble. Used to make my mom play the gambling games for points for me. But I have for dinner? Nothing yet. Being auto-finished Neopets with Scientology. Mormon friend's mom co-signed on my first apartment after I turned 18. Had a tiger Neopet. I wonder how he's doing. Hungry, probably. Probably really hungry, comic book. I read fast. I do, kind of. Probably did. Well, Neopets don't die, comic book. Like, they don't die. Which is creepy. Like, if you could remember your login information, you could go in and your Neopet would probably still be there. Maybe not. Not, although, do they like sell it or something? We're all gods, Neopets, and he forgot the password. I like that one, Cheeseman. Hey, Hunterby. Yeah, I don't really remember Neopets very well. Like, I don't really remember it very well. So I don't know like what pets I had or anything like that. Love Neopets. Yeah, I liked Neopets back in the day. Nintendogs. I will say I didn't really take part much in the Neopets community. Yeah, even at the time. Yeah. Went in, played the mini games, didn't take part in the community. Like I didn't take part in the caption contest. I wasn't on the forums. I didn't take part in the Neopets community. There were communities I was part of. There were a couple of web forums that I was Farmville. Yeah, I never cared about it. I never had. I never went on Facebook. Even when I had a Facebook profile, I never went on there. Yeah, the horror game? No, Ella. I'm not into horror. Yes, Habibi. I will be live on Christmas Day. Yeah, like the main web forum that I was a part of, it's a site called Zenhex. There was this site called Zenhex that I was a member of. Albino Black Sheep. That one I don't remember. Comic book. No memories of that one. Oh, hello, Delilah. Made a guild on Neopet and was successful. Learned how to do graphics because of it. Nice. Anyone else here ever? Does anyone else here? Similar to Newgrounds, just a bunch of weird animations. Yeah, I do. I sort of remember Newgrounds. I don't think I really went to Newgrounds very often. Like Newgrounds, I didn't do very often. I didn't go on very often. Homestar Runner, I did go to back in the day. Oh, what was the other one at the time? What was the other big one back then? There was Newgrounds. There was. If I met cousin It from Addams Family, how would I style their hair? I don't know. I'm not a hairstylist. I remember there was another really big, like, Flash site back then. Like that's like primarily just Flash animations and stupid, shitty ass cartoons. Want to hear your thoughts on psychology behind my need to continue eating sweets chocolate when I haven't been able to taste anything but very sour or very salty since COVID years? I think just sort of like habits that are hard to get out of, Spoonie. Shit, I know there was another. Hate the new Addams Family Wednesday so boring. One thing I saw somebody talk about with Wednesday Ella. Hey Liz. Yeah, one thing I read with Ella. This is from somebody who actually was enjoying the show. Like I remember reading somebody who like is Hive is that website Hive Social. Somebody from Hive Social was writing about somebody I follow on that site. Uh, Sort of wrote their thoughts on Wednesday. They were enjoying the show, but they had issues with it. They were saying that it felt like it captured the aesthetics, but not really the soul. And that it's felt like it was kind of missing the central part of like the central core theme of the Addams Family. Because like the Addams Family is a satire of traditional family values, right? It's a satire of that sort of thing, of the nuclear family. They are weird and creepy and ugly and and by any conventional standard really fucked up, but they love each other, you know. And like the fact that they are not normal is sort of a big part of who they are. And the person I was like the thing I was reading was saying that it feels like Wednesday's big successes in the show are when she is acting more normal. Gomez Adams like anti-toxic masculinity. Absolutely. He is very like Gomez Adams is not a feminine guy. Gomez Adams is definitely masculine, but he is the absolute opposite of toxic masculinity. But yeah, like Wednesday, like it the person was complaining that like it seems like Wednesday's success in the shows are when she acts more like normal people. Um when that is directly contrary to the entire point of the Addams Family. They are not normal people and they do not need to be. They don't need to act normal. They just need to be themselves. Can I do the Wednesday dance? Probably not. Tendies, I probably can't. So self-assured, yeah. And like, total wife guy. Like Wednesday so far, but it's different than the previous iterations. Yeah. Additional note. Pretty cool that they cast a Latina actress in the role. You know, pretty cool that Gomez, Latino, and his daughter, not white. Parents couldn't keep their hands off each other. Yeah. Can understand why they didn't have a whole house full of kids. Birth control. Jenna Ortega is one of the best actresses in a minute, doing so much work. Burton's still racist AF. Probably Riley. I would say probably. But credit to him in this very limited instance. She would be a good X-Men? Probably. Yeah, I do appreciate that they didn't make Wednesday white. It would have been so easy for them to make her white. Did you know the Addams family weren't Spanish or Portuguese? But it had to be Latina? Latin? Jenna Ortega's no, not Jubilee. Jubilee's Asian. You can't just swap out Asian for Latina. That doesn't work, Kamyan. These black characters, he does. He definitely does not use black people. Doing a rewrite? No. There's a little bit of hair floating. Asian Martin Luther King documentary. This new AI art looks like shitty Timber and Fever Dreams. AI art is fucking terrible. Yeah, fucking hate AI art because I mean it's all the AI art is an interesting experiment that is going to be used and is already being used to deprive actual artists of work. That's the point of AI art, is to just stop giving work to stop having to pay artists. That's what it is. It's plagiarism. Like it is actually like plagiarism. It's ripping off existing artists who did not consent to it. So it's plagiarism that is being used to refuse to deny paying money to real people. And it's already being done. It's already being used. I forget which publisher, but there's a novel coming out in like May where the cover is created by AI art. Gender friendly Aquaman and call it Aquaman. How is Aquaman not a thing? Has DC not done Aquaman? It seems like some people have done like memes of Aquaman, but DC has never jumped on that. I am disappointed in DC. Marvel did Spider-Man years ago. Was there no fish superhero mermaid women? Pretty sure there are. 1964 television series Addams Family was being developed. Charles Addams suggested naming the character either Rapelli or Gomez. Addams left the choice up to actor John Astin, who chose Gomez. Cool. Marvel did She-Hulk. That was a copyright thing. Literally, it was a trademark thing. She-Hulk was created so that Marvel would own the trademark to that name rather than risk NBC having it. Because there was a rumor. There had been a rumor that NBC was doing I think it was NBC, right? Was doing the Incredible Hulk TV show. They were doing the Hulk TV show back then. As I recall, there had been some sort of rumor or speculation that NBC was considering introducing a female Hulk called She-Hulk. Marvel sort of heard about the rumor and rushed out a She-Hulk comic written by Stan Lee. No. Where does one even start when one to get into the Marvel Universe? So, what I would recommend... Thanks, Spoonie. What I'd recommend, for someone wanting to get into Marvel Comics, the one thing that I always recommend, Ms. Marvel, No Normal, by G. Willow Wilson and Adrian Alphona. Exactly, Ziggy. They didn't want the TV network to profit off it. They wanted to have the trademark themselves. Yeah, Ms. Marvel, No Normal. Why so much hate for Stanley? I don't hate Stanley. I do have issues with Stanley. But I like Stanley. But no, I wasn't saying it as a hate. I was just saying I was just noting that Stan Lee wrote the first She-Hulk comic. But yeah, Ms. Marvel, No Normal. That was the comic that I would always recommend for somebody looking to get into Marvel Comics, because it is kind of like pretty close to being the platonic ideal of a teen superhero origin comic. Hey, Irene. Tony Stark. Depends on the writer. Twitter is mad at Lee because of Black Panther. Oh, Twitter is mad at Stanley. Twitter is weird. I do have issues. I do have issues with Stanley. He didn't really fight hard enough for creator rights. Stan Lee was very much a company man. So much a company man. So he didn't really fight for creator rights as hard as he really should have. He also took a lot of credit for things that weren't his idea. And again, he'd sort of pay lip service to crediting the artists, but whenever I talk about early Fantastic Four, I refer to it as the Kirby Lee Fantastic Four. It was Jack Kirby and Stan Lee. X-Men, it was Jack Kirby and Stan Lee. Spider-Man, it was Steve Ditko and Stan Lee. The majority of the comics that Stan Lee worked on, the artists were responsible for way more of the story than Stan Lee was. Stan Lee was in the position of having to script every Marvel comic in the early 60s. It was Not easy. He had to script every Marvel comic of the in the early 60s. So of course he wasn't turning in full scripts for each artist. But I mean, it was one of those things where more often than not, he was barely even giving very vague story ideas. My shower room? No. Like during Fantastic Four, he came up with the story idea of the Fantastic Four fight God. That was what he pitched to Jack Kirby. That was his idea. And it was up to Jack Kirby to actually come up with an actual story from that, which turned out to be the Galactus saga. Which, was an iconic story. But it was Kirby. That was Kirby's story. That was Jack Kirby's story. A really vague suggestion from Stan Lee was all that Stan Lee contributed. And then Jack Kirby came up with the actual story and wrote it out. And Stan Lee went in and, punched up the dialogue. That was a lot of time. Stan Lee's contribution came down to punching up the dialogue a bit. I mean, it wasn't even like he was, hey, Gia. It's not even that he was coming up with the dialogue. Kirby could write dialogue. Ditko, I'm pretty sure, included dialogue. It was just that Stan Lee punched the dialogue up to make it cooler, to make it hipper with the kids, which worked. Obviously, the dialogue was a big part of the success of early Marvel. Jack Kirby could write dialogue, but he couldn't write hip dialogue. He couldn't write cool dialogue. He wrote dramatic dialogue. So Stan Lee's dialogue obviously did play a big part in the success of early Marvel. But even so, he took credit where it wasn't due. Like, he took a lot of credit that wasn't his to take. And I mean, part of that was just because Lee was a showman. Kirby and Ditko were not. They were guys who did not really want to be the focus of attention. They just wanted to do the work. While Stan Lee was more than happy to go out there and be a salesman. And it meant that he was the one doing interviews. He was the one doing speeches on college campuses. Trivia? Not tonight, no. So, yeah. So it's... But it does mean that Lee was taking more credit than it was due. So that was another thing that I dislike about Stan Lee. Another thing to note about Stan Lee is, again, he was a salesman. And, he was a guy who, never let facts get in the way of a good story. So he would tend to lie. Not even realizing that he was lying, really. It was just, he would just tell stories that weren't entirely true because they were good stories. I'm on a tangent. I am, Ziggy. Very much am. Anyway. So I don't hate Stan Lee. I like Stan Lee, but I do have complaints about Stan Lee, was what I was getting at. Never have anything to contribute to the Marvel discussions. Neither does anyone else, Comic Brook. I tend to just do all that myself. So full of knowledge. Sometimes. No, I'm full of knowledge, none of it useful. I am full of knowledge that serves no purpose whatsoever. Read indie comics, but I've never gotten to the big hitters like Marvel or DC. Yeah, there's a lot of good indie comics out there as well. Oh, hush. Speaking of indie comics, got caught up on another webcomic I'd fallen behind on. Juvenile Diversion. Do I like The Office? Never watched it. Yes, I did shower today, Gia. What I think of the Wonder Woman films? I never watched them. What's that about? Ostensibly, it's about like a high school band, but like the name of the comic comes from the name of like a band in the comic. Like it's just like a bunch of high schoolers who make a band, and that's called Juvenile Diversion. Slice of life. Early on, like for a lot of it was slice of life, but then it did start introducing like really weird story elements. It sort of got away from itself, I feel. Like its strengths were in slice of life with some, with maybe some absurd elements, like a ninja girl lurking around all the time. But then it started getting into like developing the ninja girl and her backstory, and that's got like magic books, and it got fucking weird. It did feel like it really went off the rails. Do people still wank the Victoria's Secret catalogs? If Victoria's Secret still puts out catalogs, then yeah, probably. Can you empty a bunch of wet cat food into your bathtub and marinate in it? Ew! Why? Sears girl. No comment, Zach. Sounds like a good OnlyFans video. Line the cat litter trays with your best comics. Last night I opened up my cat's cat food and it smelled really good. Were you high, Jenna? Do like a good Pornhub? Yep. Good site. Actually, it's kind of a shitty. Actually, Pornhub does have some serious ethical issues with it. What porn do I like? I don't know. It varies. Depends on my mood. Lesbian porn, always good. Amateur porn. Site to I do use Pornhub. But I feel bad about it. I feel bad about using Pornhub because it actually is like there actually are some genuine sort of ethical issue problems with how Pornhub operates. Oh, I've known that for a long time, Red. I'm an atheist, Red. Of course I'm going to hell. I don't believe in God. Of course I'm going to hell. For paying for private content, it's much more ethical. Yeah, that's the ideal. So bad about Pornhub. Can you sell your voice to a sea witch in order to get legs? Softcore headphones, late night MTV. Yep. Showcase. Always had some sort of usually soft. Yeah, Showcase usually had some sort of softcore shit on like was it Friday nights or Saturday nights? I think Saturday nights. And I know there was some French channel that always had softcore shit, which I've sometimes Bleu Nuit. Yep, Bleu Nuit. Never watched Girls Gone Wild. No. Sex work is more ethical and respectable than going into the military. Yep. Do I ever phone into QVC just for the company? Shampoo I use? Head and Shoulders. Head and Shoulders 2-in-1. Basic. Twitter porn is superior. Well, we know Ted Cruz agrees with you. Of course, he uses 2-in-1. Yep, absolutely. Of course, I use 2-in-1. It's my most taboo kink. Missionary. Man bought his wife a pair of flip flops and a dildo for her birthday. Nice gift. She asked, "What's the dildo for?" He said, "If you don't like the shoes, you can go fuck yourself." So many sex toys now, they have silicone dolls and pockets. Yep. Oh, yeah, there's a lot of sex toys. You can get sex toys shaped like dragon dicks. Sex toys for men are like way more advanced. Well, I mean, are they like? I don't know that it's that they're more advanced. It's that even ones that lay eggs. Yep, there are. Yeah, you can get a dragon dick that lays eggs. Lickers and suckers for girls. Yep. Godzilla's dick is a dildo. That's so cute. Yeah, the sex toys have gotten wild. There are some absolutely incredible sex toys out there. I don't necessarily mean incredible as like really great. I mean incredible in the sense of like I'm incredulous that this exists. hit a baby dragon, or is that the next version? Just about. Do I own any? No, I don't. I don't own any Forna. Would you watch your partner lay an egg if that's what they were into? I don't know about that. Poly D style makeover. Favorite sex position? Yeah, probably missionary, but cowgirl's good too. I like cowgirl because it's easy for me. Hello to Bali's husband, Steve. Hi, Steve. Yeah, like the good thing about missionary is, or about cowgirl is, I can just sort of relax. Missionary, doggy, anything like that, it's, it gets tiring. Doing all that thrusting, it does get tiring. It gets sore in the legs and the glutes. Out of shape? I am. Glad to hear it, Bally. Like back when I did have sex, it was usually missionary and doggy. So yeah, usually I was the one doing all the work. Back when I did have sex, usually I was, like with Chantel. Chantel's legs were too short. At least like when I was with her, like Chantel and I couldn't do cowgirl because her legs were too short. So like whenever I was with her, I was the one doing all the work. And with my last girlfriend, usually, again, same thing. Usually, missionary and doggy, and then a little bit of cowgirl. Like last girl I had, we varied it up, so we were able to do different positions. But I'd spend most of the time. I'd spend most of the sex sections being the one doing most of the work. Sorry, Ryan. So it was nice whenever the other girl would be doing some cowgirl and I'd get a chance to rest my legs. Riding is the best. He must utilize his free hands or else. Yep. I personally like to put in work. Yeah. Fall asleep while having sex? No. I have not, Gia. Going to go put myself in timeout and sit in the quiet corner. Have I recorded naughty times? No. I have not, just saying. No. I miss the intimacy. I miss intimacy. Utilize a exercise ball for sexual activities. I have not, Gia. Gombrick. I don't know. I don't think I'm asexual, and I kind of prefer intimacy over sex. Just laying together, chatting, smooching. Had I done OnlyFans with her? I don't know. I don't think so. Do you hit it raw? No, condoms. I always use condoms. I don't think so. Do you hit it raw? No, condoms. I always use condoms. Or, almost always. Need Disney to cleanse your mind. Have you ever cried during sex? I have not, Gia. Top 3 celebrity crush. I don't really do celebrity crushes. I don't really do crushes anymore, Steph. Disney is dirty in some scenes. Cried after sex? No, I've never cried after sex either. Sometimes the most intimate thing is when she tells you not to worry about grabbing a towel and lets it dry on her. I have a crush on Florence Pugh. Yeah, I mean, Florence Pugh is a lovely woman. I don't really crush on her. I don't really crush on any of them. Yeah, there are plenty of women. It's like, oh yeah, she's a really good-looking woman. But that's about as far as it goes. Cool. Nah, Chantel, we don't feel that way about each other anymore. That's just not how we feel anymore. My opinion on the didn't get to read it all. My opinion on increasing parasocial relationships between celebrities and I think it's I think that social media has definitely made that sort of parasocial relationship more common and more intense. It's gotten more common and more intense. I think it's made things more intense. It's always been a thing. That's always. But it's definitely got more intense now, I think. So it's not great. Hey, Megan. Hey, Strawberry. But I mean, like I said, it's that sort of thing's always celebrities have always had have always had stalkers. I think it has to do with evangelical religion, making people idolize something. When they deviate from the church, they still subconsciously desire idolizing something over themselves. I don't know about that. I don't think I agree with that, Frida. I don't know that it's anything to do with religion. I think it's more to do with mental health. Or I think what it is, like what's happening now, what happens now is the easier access to celebrities means that a lot of people feel a greater ownership. Um, Play celebrities that really have no business interacting with fans on social media in a personal way. And not even necessarily just, but like they feel like they start to feel like the celebrities are their friends. Still playing Validate. I will conquer. Not tonight. I'm probably gonna take a break from Validate. I'm probably gonna spend. I don't think I will actually game tonight. I don't think I'll be doing any gaming tonight. Or next Saturday or the next. So I think I'm done with gaming for the year. Actually. So I think January when I get back is when I'll get back to gaming streams. And I think I'll get back to Our Life, Beginnings and Always. Do a few weeks of that, and then switch back to Validate. So I think I'll just sort of go back and forth between Our Life and Validate. Yeah, like for the Parasocial. Sometimes, like some people feel a greater ownership of celebrities. Some people feel like because they follow the celebrity on Twitter that they're friends. I mean, that happened with like even minor celebrities. What book am I reading now? Cogs, Crowns, and Carriages, a steampunk anthology, though I haven't read it in a few days. I haven't read any of it in a few days. Yeah, I mean, even minor celebrities, it happens with. Where, you know, just because somebody follow, like, just because they follow, or like somebody will follow minor celebrity on Twitter and think that that enables them to, offer that person advice and make jokes and shit like that. And in inappropriate ways. I think the new Crisis Core, it's better than I thought it would be. Combat feels like a mix between modern real time and old school turn based. Hey, 12 little paws. Micro Celebrity. Probably Freedom. Micro Celebrity does feel about right. Nano Celeb, yeah. Nano Celebrity, yep. Witches by Catherine Meyer Griffith. Thoughts on child support? Pass. Not interested. Not for me. Not my thing. It's actually really scared to join a celebrity fan group. Micropets? Hi, my name is James, and I am Ottawa's sexiest D-list celebrity. Stay mad. Which fandom do you think is most toxic? Hard to say, Ziggy. There's a lot of toxic ones out there, frankly. What's a microaggression? Microaggressions are sort of things that seem harmless on their own, but are part of larger trends of discrimination and oppression, subtle or internalized racism. Yeah, so like sort of subtle bits of racism. So as an example, here's a recent example. Asking a black person, so where are you from? No, where are you really from? That sort of looks good on you. I'd never have the nerve to wear it. Little bit, but that's not really what it is. So yeah, so like there's a row, like there's a bit of a controversy just a couple weeks ago. Some lady who works in the palace asked some black woman where she was from, and exactly disheveled. Yeah, the UK case that Hurley, or that lady Hurley, or whatever the fuck her name was, asking a black woman, continually asking black women, no, where are you actually from? And it's like, I'm just like, oh, I'm from, oh, I'm from this city. And it's like, no, I mean no, I mean your nationality. I'm fucking English, And it's like, here's go ask the Asian man where he was from. He said Boston. Yeah, which is, and here's the thing. If I ask a black person, hey, so where are you from? And they say Toronto. They're from Toronto. Yep. Like if I like, that's the answer. If I'm genuinely curious, like if I'm curious about their ethnic heritage, that's not actually any of my fucking business. But uh if that's the question I want to ask, then you know, hey, hey, I'm just hey, just curious. What's your ethnic background? What's your ethnic heritage? Like that's if I want to know what a person's ethnic background is, then I ask, then you can ask, hey, if you don't mind me asking, what's your ethnic heritage? Continue asking, no, I don't, no, where are you actually from? That is a microaggression. Somebody else, and yeah, Gregathy, woman clutching her purse around around a person of color, or the Karens who call the police whenever a black person exists in their immediate vicinity. Uh, yeah, holding preconceived notions about how someone speaks, behaves, or their intellectual abilities based on their race. Yes, just saying. Exactly, just saying. Microaggressions, in general, microaggressions are things that don't seem like a big deal taken in isolation. It's just that they are typically part of larger trends, larger histories and patterns of oppression. So, it's one of those things where if you see somebody freak out at a microaggression, like sometimes you'll see somebody like just actually like freak out at a microaggression. And it's like, oh, they're just being too sensitive. It's because it built up. It's not that one instance that sent them over yet. It's that it was the 1,000th time. Like, I remember a few years back, there was a clip that went around of a trans woman sort of freaking out a bit. Yeah, she was in a store. Some other customer was sort of being transphobic, and like cashier called her sir, and this woman was like, and this trans woman sort of freaked out. It is ma'am, and like there were people like sort of making, and there's people like criticizing her for like overreacting. But guarantee she'd been getting called sir a lot. She'd been seeing transphobic shit a lot. She hit a breaking point. And that's sort of how microaggressions work. I mean, I feel like that's actually the point of hey, Steph. I feel like that's actually like a big point of microaggressions. Taken individually, there are things that someone can deal with. The things that are not big deals. But they happen over and over and over and over constantly. And it just eventually builds up and builds up. Another straw in the pile. Another straw in the pile. It's yeah, constant exposure to microaggressions where you didn't. Exactly. It's just that constancy of it. And eventually you hit a snapping point. And at that point, you freak out at something that to other people is just this minor isolated incident. But it's not an isolated incident. So like I think that's the point of microaggressions, is to make it so that whenever somebody does eventually hit their breaking point, it makes them look unreasonable. I feel like that's central to why microaggressions even exist. Is Zellers? Not likely. So yeah, it's you just make it so that anybody reacting to those microaggressions seems unreasonable, like they're overreacting, like they're overly sensitive, despite it being something that's just built up over time. microaggressions are meant to wear a person down. They're meant to provoke an eventual reaction. That looks to an outside perspective as an overreaction. In order to, once again, push the oppression. Box of vibrators. Can I use them as actual neck massagers? Because sometimes my neck gets stiff. Passive aggressively targeting and bullying someone or group. And it's targeting and bullying that group in order to provoke a reaction that can be used to justify that targeting in the first place. Like, I think that's something that does sometimes get overlooked with microaggressions, is it is designed to provoke a reaction that can be used to justify the discrimination people were already engaging in. British short hair kitten. Johnny Muffins or no? I don't know, Jason. It's your kitten. Anyway, it's 3.5 hours, and I'm hungry. I'm gonna go reheat my spaghetti sauce. So I'm gonna go eat supper, and I'll be back tomorrow. I will be back tomorrow for cooking. So I will actually, or probably, I will try to actually, I will try to do a cooking stream tomorrow. Probably just stir fry again. So yeah, either tomorrow or Monday, I'll try to cook a stir fry. Depends how I feel tomorrow. If I'm in the mood for, actually, depends on whether I do. Depends on whether I turn the dishwasher on tonight. If I turn the dishwasher on tonight, then I will probably cook tomorrow. If I don't do the dishes tonight, then it'll be Monday when I do cooking again. Anyway, probably back to regular. Probably back to an evening stream again tomorrow. Probably like 7:00 again tomorrow, 7 or 8. Make something different. I will try to make something different once I get paid and I can do like big grocery order. Throw the dishes in the dishwasher, only takes minutes. I know, gamer girl, but sometimes I'm just like, yeah. Because I need to rinse off. Like, I would need to rinse dishes off first. So, like, the main thing is the pot. The pot that I cooked the spaghetti sauce in. I would need to rinse that out before putting it in the dishwasher. So, Starbucks drink. So really what it comes down to, if I decide to rinse out the pot tonight, then I will cook tomorrow. If I don't feel like rinsing the pot out tonight, then I'll cook on Monday. Don't rinse them. This one we do need to. Like with our dishwasher, we do need to. Abandoning all my children. Yep. 4 more hours? No. Nah, I'm getting socialed out anyway. So, come back tonight? Probably not. Probably. I don't think I will be back tonight. Unlikely to be back tonight. Anyways, thanks for watching. And Good night.